So today I wanted to talk about something super important to me, and I feel like a lot of people can easily let this happen if they're not careful, and that is how to not burn out when you're starting your TPT business. I am absolutely guilty of letting myself get burnt out from things. I am someone who gets really excited about something, researches the heck out of it, and then says, oh yeah, I absolutely know what I'm doing. I know what I got to do to get there. I'm just going to start doing it, doing all the things. And then it's like, oh, hey, there's your workouts that you continue to skip, or those events that you're not going to, or your husband who really wants to hang out with you. What I've been trying to tell myself is that slow and steady wins the race. And also, it's not a race. The number one rule for myself is don't do all the things. For me, I'm someone who believes that I am capable of getting all these things accomplished and done, and I know that I can. It's just that I really don't have the same kind of time as someone who is a single person with no kids, or their kids are in school all day and they have that time. I am a homeschooling mother of 3. I am home with my kids all day. I mean, we're not really home, we usually go out and about, but I'm with them all day from the moment they wake up until the moment that they go to bed. And I also have a part-time job that I work, so I'm super busy with that already. And TPT, while it's very important to me, it is not my first priority. My first priority is absolutely my family, my kids, and my health, and my mental health, my physical health, my emotional health. Those are my priorities. Which brings me into rule number 2 for myself, which is don't forget about my mental and physical health. So I am a runner, and I love yoga, and I love meditating. And I know myself well enough that if I go a couple days without running, I start getting kind of moody and grumpy, and I just feel like I need to move, and it's just not good. So I know myself well enough that I need to make sure that at least a few days a week I'm getting a run in, at least a few days a week I'm getting some yoga sessions in, and I am moving my body every day somehow. And meditating is huge for me. I try to get 10 minutes in a day. It's very simple. I just use my Calm app. It's a guided meditation. And if you can't take 10 minutes out of your day to focus and breathe and relax, you've got bigger problems on your hands. It's hands down one of the things that has changed my life for the better, and I can't imagine being without it. Third rule for me is remembering my priorities. For me, when I decided to become a stay-at-home mother, I knew what my priorities were. It was taking care of my kids, making sure that I was there for my family. And ultimately, when I made the decision to homeschool our kids, again, I reminded myself that my priorities are my kiddos. With that, though, I still have passion and creativity, and I really want to utilize that to create products and resources and make the world a better place with the things that I create, which is what ultimately drove me to creating my TPT store in the first place. So knowing that my priorities are my family, I can always start there and make sure that while I can make time for TPT, I always need to remind myself what is more important, and that's my family. My fourth rule for myself is to make changes, but make them gradually and continue to be consistent. So for me, while I would love to spend hours at a time just getting so much work done, I know that doesn't work with my lifestyle, with where I'm at right now in this phase of my life. So for me, as long as I am working on it a little bit every day, whether that's product creation or making a blog post or taking pictures of products, whatever it may be, if I'm doing a little bit every day, I am moving the needle a little bit and moving a little bit closer towards my goals. So while it doesn't come naturally for me, I want to do all the things all the time. I understand that for me and where I'm at this point in my life, I have to just steadily and consistently work a little bit at a time and trust the process. The fifth rule is huge for mindset, and it's huge for me, and it is simply believe in myself. I know a lot of people who can get really consumed by imposter syndrome, and it can hold them back and it can make them feel like they're not deserving of success or doing well, and why even bother. And constantly I have to remind myself, I can do this, I am capable of this, I do believe in myself, and I know that I can succeed. And I think that is huge. I think believing in yourself and your mindset really, really is a make or break for people. So those are my 5 rules for myself. Do you have any rules for yourself that keeps you consistent with TPT? I would love to hear them. And if you have any questions, please let me know.